Like remember the last one we said, والجنوب إذا انغمس في البئر أي جنوبي, a person حالة الجنابة, he dived in to retrieve his bucket, right? So we discussed a lot of Masail there, the difference, the ikhtilaf, etc. And we said also the final thing is this here, لأن الماء لا يعطي حكم الاستعمال قبل الانتصال وهو أوفق الروايات. So the preferred masla is there, the proof that it will become ماء مستعمل, right? But you'll be able to wash his whole body. Well, that was look at the Imam Hanifa. Yeah, it says there with it. وقيل إنه نجاسة الرجل من نجاسة مع المسلم وأنه أن الرجل يعني وأنه أن الرجل طاهر. There's a preferred and the fatwa is upon that. That أن الرجل, the man is طاهر, the man will be pure. It means he will obtain najasat. لأن الماء لا يعطى حكم الاستعمال قبل الانفصال وهو أوثق الروايات. So the man is pure and the water is pure also, but it's غير مطهر. The water is such that you can uh, it won't make anything najis if you touch it, but it will not have the ability to purify something else. It will have the ability to purify something else. Are you with me? From najasat al-hukmiyah. Okay, read the new lesson, inshallah. The new lesson is very, very interesting. Read it, inshallah. You got jildu or jilda? Jilda al-khinzir, right? Right. So what I say in the next ibarat, see, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. وَكُلُّ إِهَابٍ ذُبِحَ فَقَدْ طَهُرَ. Every pelt, every skin, right? Dubira, which has been tanned, فَقَدْ طَهُرَ, it will be pure, right? جازت الصلاة فيه, salat will be permissible in it, والوضوء منه, and wudu from it, إلا جلد الخنزير, except the skin or the pelt uh, of a pig or a khinzir. So what he's saying here is this here, you got والخنزير والآدمي. Okay, perfect. Mine when the bracket starts before that. So any animal, listen, I say whether it is a lion, whether it is a tiger, whether it is an elephant, no matter what it is, no matter what it is, once you take the skin and you tan it, and here, as we go through the sabak, it will be further qualified that you dry it and you remove all the moisture, you remove all the slime from it, because it itself is not najis. It is only najis on account of the blood residue there on the right. So once that is removed, the skin will be considered to be pure. So, but except for a khinzir. Why not a khinzir? Because a khinzir, the skin itself is najis. It's the, so what we're saying here is this: if you look at all other animals like a lion, a tiger, a jackal, a fox, a hyena, whatever it is, that is najis because of the najis rutubat, the najis liquids that is in there. This the najis because of the najis liquids in there, right? So once that is removed, that najis liquids are removed, it will be considered pure. And as we go through the subject, we will discuss whether it is removed through a natural process of tanning or the drying in the sun, or even whether it is removed through chemicals, whatever, so long as it's removed. And right, illa jild al khinzir, and not that because of pig, because the pig is not najis on account of the liquids that is there. So when you remove the liquids, become pure. No, it is najis on account of it being najis in itself. Like how you say, if you take some, for example, you take for example, uh, right? So like if you take for example pieces, no matter how much you wash it, it can't become pure. It won't, because it itself is najis. Here's your hand, right? So some najasat came on your hand. You wash your hand can become pure, your arm can become pure because it's not najis because in itself is najis. Rather, it's najis because of something else that can be washed away. So that is the difference. The skins of the other animals, it is najis on account of the najis liquids in it. And a khinzir is najis because it itself it is like a najis item itself. It is like blood, which is najis. It's like sperm, which is najis. It is like feces, which is najis. You understand what I'm saying? So illa jild al khinziri. Then wal adami, and also a human being, we won't say it is once you tan it or you dry it out, we'll say you can't use it also. But here not because it is najis, here because we'll say out of karama to honor the skin or honor walaqad karramna bani adama, we've honored bani adam so that people will not abuse the body parts of human beings, right? What's our proof? Our proof is لقول السلام أي أهماء إهاب دبيها فقد طهر. Nabi Sallam said every skin, every pelt دبيها that has been tanned فقد طهر, then it will be pure. وهو بأمومه حجة على مالك. It in its generality is a proof against Imam Malik في جلد الميتة with regards to the skin of a maita. Now when we say maita, it's a broad term. A maita could refer to anything that has not been slaughtered according to Sharia. So maita here could refer to even a lion that died. It could refer to a sheep that was not slaughtered according to Sharia. You know, the severing of the veins and the letting out of the blood. So Imam Malik says when an animal has died a natural death or it was killed or whatever, and it was fell off a mountain and it was not sorted according to Sharia, then it is maita. And once it is maita, there's no way it can be purified. So in other words, what he's saying is the only skin that can be halal is that which is given a proper shari zabah. Are you with me? Right. He says mutlaq. Our answer's coming. See, so our proof here is every skin can be. There's no qualification that our proof is, you see, أيما إهاب in this hadith, أيما إهاب تبي فقد طهرة. It is absolutely general. It is absolutely general. It does not say that the skin must be slaughtered according to Sharia, then it must be tanned, etc. You understand what I'm saying? Because we're saying, وهو, this hadith, بأمومه, what is generality, حجة على مالك, it is a proof against Imam Malik, he jailed in Maitati with regards to the skin of a carrion, which is not called open Sharia. Then, ولا يعارض بالنهي الوارد عن الانتفاع من الميتة. Then there's also another hadith that says, لا تنتفعوا من الميتة بهاب. Do not benefit from carrion with the skin. Now, don't benefit from the skin of a carrion. So simple, we say, look here, this refers to the untanned skin of a maita. You know what I'm saying? See there. So we're saying this hadith which says, uh, لا تنتفعوا من الميتة بها بإهاب. Do not benefit from the carrion with the skin, which means not benefit from the skin of a carrion, right? So our answer is that this also does not contradict our, because why? لأنه اسم لغير المذبوح. Because if you look at ihab, it's referred to an untanned skin. And one stand is referred to adim. So yes, we agree with this here, that if the skin comes from a maita and it's not yet tanned as yet, then you can't benefit from it. So we say this refer to the untanned skin, refer to the untanned skin of a maita. So the hadith that says, ayyuma ihabin tubiha, is referred to the skin that has been tanned. Are you with me? And the skin that referred to, this is said not benefit from the skin of a maita, it's referred to the untanned, right? So we're saying the anna ismun ghayril madbugh, right? Are you with me so far? Understand? Is everything clear there? Sure? Right. Then, Imam Shafi'i, he says, interesting masla. Now, he says, so okay, so from this we learn thus far, any skin that has been um, tanned, it becomes halal. So you go into the shop, you want to buy a bag, you want to buy a belt, you want to buy shoes. The ladies want to buy bags, whatever. As long as it is not khinzir, it is permissible. Why? Even though that animal has not been slaughtered according to Sharia, it is permissible. Are you with me? Why is it permissible? Because it has been tanned, and there's no specific method for its tanning. So long as, in fact, it will come later in the sabak. So long as the what you call it is removed, so long as the rutubat, the najis liquids are removed. Right? Are you with me? So when you go to the shop, all you need to find out is this not khinzir? Is it pig? If it's pig, it's out completely. It cannot become pure. The only way it can become pure is if it's burned into ash. That's the only way pig skin can become. So you don't have to worry like how when you buy the meat, you want to eat the meat have to be slaughtered according to Shariat. It has to be slaughtered by a Muslim, or it has to be slaughtered by Ahl Kitab. Yeah, no question. Even if it was slaughtered un-Islamically, even if it died, fell off the mountain, or even if it died a natural death, as long as it was tanned, it is parked, you can read Salah. Is that clear, right? The next masla is this: وَوَجَدَ الشَّافِي فِي جِلِّ الْكَلْبِ وَلَيْسَ الْكَلْبُ بِنَجِسِ الْعَيْنِ. Hazrat Imam Shafi says a dog is also najis like a pig. Now, what he's saying is like how a pig is not the skin of the pig in entirety from the front of the snout till the back. It is najis. It is not najis on account of the najis liquids, like how we say. We say a lion, a tiger, a monkey. It The skin is not najis. The meat is not najis. Don't confuse najis with being halal to eat. Just remember, listen nice what I'm saying. We say the skin of a lion is not najis. We say the skin of a rhino, a tiger, is not najis. If you slaughter the tiger properly according to Shariat and the blood is drained out from it, then the meat will be parked, not halal, it will be parked. Right? To such an extent, if you put a piece of that meat in your pocket and you reach Salah, will be done. But now, we said a khinzir, even if it's slaughtered properly, you can't put a piece of flesh of khinzir in your on your pocket and read Salah. Why? Because it itself is najis ain. It is like feces. No matter how many times you wash feces, it will not become park. Yes, if you swallow the Turan and the Turan came out and then you wash the Turan, it will become pak. Why? Because the Turan is not najis. It was not only najis on account of the najasat it was on it. You understand what I'm saying? You swallowed your bubble gum, came out and you washed it out properly, it's pak, right? What can you do with it after that? Right? Same thing here. We're saying here. So Hazrat Imam Shafi said a dog is exactly like a pig. That means it is najis, it's like feces. Even if you tear in the skin, even if you slaughter the dog, even if you slaughter the dog, the flesh will not become pure. All right? So we don't agree with him. We say the only thing which is najis will ain is a khinzir. See there? So we say this here, the fact that Nabi Sallallahu said, see, he said, أيما إهاب دبغ فقد طهر إلا جلد الخنزير والآدمي. Nabi Sallallahu only excluded two things. What did he exclude? He excluded a khinzir and he excluded a human. If a dog was najisul ain, the dog would also been excluded. The fact that Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam did not exclude a dog shows that it is not najis. Are you with me? Zain, right? So we say this general hadith here is a proof against as Imam Shafi, right? Are you with me? And then further proof to say a dog is not najis. ألا ترى أنه ينتفع به حراسة واصطيادا. Don't you see that it is benefited from it, yani from a dog, حراسة as a guard dog, واصطيادا as a hunting dog. Remember we say that it's not permissible to keep a dog as a pet, like you sleep with you on the bed, you hold it, you cuddle it, you kiss it, you kiss the dog. That dog, you kiss the dog, but it licks its own backside. It licks his own backside, and you come and you kiss it. How the people, European people, the people of Europe do, right? So you not like that. You just keep it in its place. It's outside the house there. You feed it, care for it. Um, maybe pet it when it's good, whatever, but you don't hug it, kiss it, and all that type of thing, right? So, see, the first proof was this here, أيما إهاب دبي فقد طهر إلا جلد الخنزير والآدمي. That's clear to show that a dog is not in the same of the khinzir. And the second proof is this here, that you can use a dog to hunt. You can use a dog for protection. That shows you a dog is different to a khinzir. بخلاف الخنزير, contrary to a khinzir, لأنه نجس العين, because a khinzir, it is najis al-ain in its entirety. It is najis. It itself is najis. It is not najis because of external factors, right? See there, إذ الهاء في قول تعالى فإنه رجس منصرف إليه بقربه. The Wisdom says, Allah says in the Quran, He referred to the pig as rich, فإنه رجس, right? So فإنه رجس منصرف إليه. This word rich, it refers to the closest zamir, which is the khinzir. So let's show you the khinzir in its entirety is rich. بقربه, because after فإنه رجس, the closest word there is what? Khinzir. You understood that? Then the next thing is they're going to discuss that a human being is not najis, but you cannot benefit from him, from his skin, from his bones. As I told you, if a person has a problem with their hair, they cannot make extensions, hair extensions from another human being. Yes, they can use synthetic hair, they can use animal hair, etc. So there we're saying وحرمة الانتفاع بأجزاء الآدمي لكرامته. The impermissibility of benefiting, yeah, the impermissibility of benefiting with the portions or any part of a human being, لكرامته, is because of the honor in a human being. وَلَقَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ. It is not because of what? It is not because of it being najis, right? So فَخَرَجَ أَمَّا رَوَيْنَاهُ. So these two things, يعني a human being and a pig, it is excluded from أيما إهاب دبغ فقد طهر, right? وهو بأموم موجود على ماء, right? You see أيما إهاب وكل إهاب دبغ فقد طهر جاز الصلاة والوضوء منه إلا جلد الخنزير جلد الخنزير والآدمي. So it is excluded. Why? Because one is because it is salt, and the other one because it is what? Because it is honorable. You cannot use it for any benefit of the dunya, right? ثم يمتنع النتن والفساد فهو دباغ وإن كانت تشميسا أو تتريبا. So we said now, thus far we discussed this, that any skin besides the skin of a human being and of a khinzir, if it is tanned, if it's rutubat, if it's najasat, is removed, it will become pak. Besides the skin of a human and a khinzir, then it will be pak. You can read salah with it, you can pray with it, you can weigh it, etc. Right? So, what do we mean by tabahat? Ma yumtanu an natanu al fasadu. That which its smell is removed. Wal fasadu, its corruption is removed. Fahuwa dibahun. It This will be dibahun. This will be what? It is staining. Wa in kan the tashmisan. Tashmisan means from the word shammasa yushammisu. Even is done through the sun, natural means, right? You leave, like how in the old times you could take it, you put the salt on it, you leave the sun loud. ثم ما يمنع النتن والفساد. That which it prevents the smell and it prevents the corruption, it's going bad. Because if you just take the skin and leave it, it will rot. But if you anything which will stop it from rotting, like putting salt on, putting it in the sun, there's an ancient art that people do, that will be considered to a dabarat. وَإِنْ كَانَ تَشْمِيسًا. This is from Shammasa Yushammu Tashmis. You use the natural elements like the sun, right? In كَانَ تَشْمِيسًا أو تَتْرِيبًا, or whether using soil, you put it in the ground, whatever, so soil, whatever, or chemicals, like you put some soil on there, like modern day, you use chemicals to remove, to extract the najasat. Doesn't matter. No matter what way you use, so long as the najasat is extracted, right? Then it will be considered. Why the anal maqsuda yahtulu bihi? So whether it is natural process with the sun or whether it is chemicals using a modern process, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It will all be parked. Why? Because the objective has been obtained. What is the objective? The objective was to remove, right? لأن المقصود يحصل به, right? So the objective فلا معنى لاشتراط غيره. So there's no need, there's no real, it must be done in this way or that way or that, so long as, right? ثم ما يطهر جلد بالدباغة يظهر بالزكاة. Right. Whatever animal becomes halal, also not halal, sorry, ma. Whatever skin becomes pure by the baghat, its skin will also become pure by slaughtering. So, in other words, if I slaughter a lion now, I slaughter a cheetah now, without even tanning it, I can wrap myself in that lion skin and I can read salah because when you slaughter it, it drains all the najasat out. Are you with me? That's what he's saying. See, ثم ما يطهر جلده بالدباغي. You got dabaghi or tibaghi? Huh? Nothing. Then that skin which comes pure بالدباغي by tanning it, يطهر بالزكاة. It also becomes pure by slaughtering it. So if I slaughter a dog here now, the skin will be pure. I can wrap myself around the skin, or wrap the skin around me rather, and I can read salah, right? Why? لأن يعمل عمل الدباغ في إزالة رطوبات النجسة. Because it does the same action of عمل الدباغ, the action of tanning في إزالة الرطوبات, by removing the liquids, the najis liquids, right? Then interesting, Mr. which I mentioned earlier, وَكَذَا يَطْهَرُ لَحْمُهُ. Even the skin will become pure. Even the skin will be, yeah. وَهُوَ الصَّحِيحُ. And this is the correct thing. وَإِن لَمْ يَكُنْ مَعْقُولًا. Even though you do not eat it, right? So when you slaughter a dog, when you slaughter a cat, or you slaughter a lion, or you slaughter anything like that, then what will happen? Doesn't mean you can eat it, but it means you can, what? It's pure. Now, this is interesting. I'll tell you why it's interesting, this Messiah. All along, we thought that that which is haram, right? You cannot feed it to an animal. Remember? And our ulama always used to give fatwa upon this here, that if the meat is haram, you cannot give it to your cat even. Remember, this is one that what is haram for you to eat is haram to give to anybody else, right? Are you with me? So you actually have to be looking for halal meat to give your cat. You can't give your cat haram meat, right? That is what we always thought, right? But this was discussed on the Mufti's chat a while back. In this Mufti chat, mostly Muftis from UK, from North America. One of the Muftis, he pulled out some ibara to show that to give an animal, it doesn't have to be halal. It only has to be tahir. There the masla comes in. There the masla comes in. So I can post it even and show it to you. He showed some, it makes things very much easier. So even though the animal is not halal, it hasn't been slaughtered by standards. But if the blood has been expelled, like how in Sharia you have to, then that also will make it park. And if that is park, then that is good enough to feed your animal. That is good enough. So it's like how we have always been taught, and we always thought that the meat you give to your cat or the dog more or whatever, or what other names you get, it must be halal certified. It doesn't have to be halal certified. So long as it is just tahir, that means it has been slaughtered and the blood has been expelled, then that is now good enough for an animal. So for the animal, it don't have to be halal, but it must be tahir, it must be parked. And here it shows you here from وَكَذَا يَطْهُرُ لَحْمُهُ وَالصَّحِيحِ, like how the skin also become park clean by slaughtering it. You're expelling all the najasat from it. Like that also, if even though it's not slaughtered according to Shariat, it's not halal, but if it is park, then you can also give it to your pets to eat. Okay, we'll stop there. The next lesson also is very interesting, very, very interesting about bones and all that type of thing which is relevant, that which does have life in it. It's not in need of Shari zakat. We'll do that tomorrow, inshallah. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi. Subhanakallah wa bihamdihi.